All right, man. There's another update with this whole Snoop Dogg, Oprah Winfrey, Gayle King saga. Now, if you remember the backstory, Snoop Dogg pretty much came out with some vile words towards Gayle King and Oprah. Snoop later came back, kind of retracted or clarified his statement. But here is a new message of Snoop Dogg seemingly apologizing. That's right, apologizing to Gayle King. Before I play this, I need everybody to go ahead and smash that like button for me and make sure that you share this video. Here's Snoop Dogg apologizing to Gayle King.
Top of the morning, Snoop Dogg coming at you live and direct with a message. Two wrongs don't make no right. When you're wrong, you gotta fix it. So with that being said, Gayle King, I publicly tore you down by coming at you in a derogatory manner based off of emotions, me being angry at questions that you asked. Overreacted. I should have handled it way different than that. I was raised way better than that. So I would like to apologize to you publicly for the language that I used and calling you out of your name and just being disrespectful. I didn't mean for it to be like that. I was just expressing myself for a friend that wasn't here to defend himself. A lot of people look up to me and they love me and they appreciate me, so I want to let them know that anytime you mess up, it's okay to fix it. It's okay to man up and say that you're wrong. I apologize. Hopefully we can sit down and talk privately. Have a good day.
Ooh-wee! Who put the heat to Snoop Dogg? Who put the pressure on Uncle Snoop Dogg and told him to apologize to Gayle King? Now, the other video was kind of inching toward, and I was telling people it was kind of going in that direction. I kind of retracted. A lot of people said, nah, he was just clarifying the statement. All right, man, I got to defer this to y'all because as much as I could go in on this one, and I do plan on it, matter of fact, I'm going to go in on it. Here's what I think about this situation, right? I think that Snoop Dogg, once again, is genuinely overreacted. Probably got a little bit emotional and said some things that he didn't mean. And that's why he came back with the retraction video. But I also think that some people reached out to Snoop Dogg. I mean, to me, it looked like he was damn near crying in this video. I don't know if it's just you or me, but I think that Snoop Dogg reached out, or somebody reached out to Snoop Dogg, some people, some powerful people, and maybe told him tone it down. As a matter of fact, it might be in your best interest to make an apology. Now, you could say, oh, no, nobody would do this to Snoop and that. And okay, like I was telling y'all before, when the former administrator that worked under Obama, people was like, oh, that's not the Fed, this, that, and the third. Okay, you work with the president, the national security administrator. You don't think, I mean, we ain't got to keep going down that road. I don't want to keep arguing with y'all about that, but somebody, in my opinion, I'm just giving my opinion here, gave Snoop Dogg, dropped the buggy in his ear and said, yo, it might be best for you to all out retract this. And I think mixed with the fact that maybe Snoop himself got a lot of backlash from what he said. But me, I got to be honest with you, man. Like, it's not too much I'm going to say that I'm going to retract. It's not too much I'm saying that I'm going to retract. A lot of things I'm going to say, and you know, if I didn't mean it or if it came out a certain type of way, then I could come back and I could say it. But if you're sitting up here saying like two full scale, you know, retractions at this point, and it's like, because the reason I'm saying it, because everybody heard the original video when Snoop Dogg came out. If you didn't, go back and listen to it. The second video, in my opinion, was almost like a retraction, even though I conceded to the clarification part. But I really want to know what y'all think about this. To me, this is very shocking that this video will come out right now. I mean, this whole thing was kind of dying down at the end of the day. And he's kind of too apologetic to me. Like, you can say you sorry, you ain't mean to threaten nobody, but to, you know, act like you was 100% wrong, I think is a little bit disingenuous in my opinion. But hey, man, I want to hear what y'all got to say. I'm going to definitely be reading y'all comments all night. Leave a comment below. Let me know what y'all think about this. Do you think it was pressure put on Snoop? Do you think it's a genuine apology? Do you think Gayle King was wrong? Also, go ahead, man. If you're listening to this joint, you want to help the platform, I need y'all to smash the like button and share the video. Either text it to a friend or share it on your Facebook timeline for us. Also, a couple more things before I get out of here, man. You want to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. You can follow us right now in the description box. I promise right now, if you follow right now, I'll follow you back no matter what platform that is. Send a request. If you got a chance, let me know.
Today, before I get to the guest, I'm Brother Old Guy, Hip Hop News Uncensored. Sitting across from me, as always, is my co-host.
What up? What up? It's your man Sam Ant, Viral Hip Hop News. Man, like Old Guy said, we got a special guest in the building today. This motherfucker is a beast, man, in the Atlantic City area. None other than DJ 5D.
Yo, what's good, family?
Brother, how you doing today, man?
Pleasure, brother. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Appreciate it, man. Definitely.
Pleasure to be here, man. Definitely have you in here, man. So we know you because you're obviously a local legend out here in the building doing some great things within the music industry in the South Jersey area. For the people that don't know you, got a very wide fan base all over the country, man. Give a little bit of information about yourself to the people.
I go by the name of DJ 5D. Born and raised in Atlantic City. Moved to Harlem a few years ago. Back and forth. Just been around for a long time. Started in the mixtape game. Moved from the mixtape game to doing clubs. Then going on the road with I Am To, Yo Gotti, and a bunch of stuff, man. It's a long history, you know what I'm saying? This year makes 20 years.
Dope.
So we can talk about plenty of stuff.
Day before I get to the guest, I'm Brother Old Guy, Hip Hop News Uncensored. Sitting across from me, as always, is my co-host.
What up? What up? It's your man Sam Ant, Viral Hip Hop News. Man, like Old Guy said, we got a special guest in the building today. This motherfucker is a beast, man, in the Atlantic City area. None other than DJ 5D.
Yo, what's good, family?
Brother, how you doing today, man?
Pleasure, brother. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Appreciate it, man. Definitely.
Pleasure to be here, man. Definitely have you in here, man. So we know you because you're obviously a local legend out here in the building doing some great things within the music industry in the South.
Day before I get to the guest, I'm Brother Old Guy, Hip Hop News Uncensored. Sitting across from me, as always, is my co-host.
What up? What up? It's your man Sam Ant, Viral Hip Hop News. Man, like Old Guy said, we got a special guest in the building today. This motherfucker is a beast, man, in the Atlantic City area. None other than DJ 5D.
Yo, what's good, family?
Brother, how you doing today, man?
Pleasure, brother. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Appreciate it, man. Definitely.
Pleasure to be here, man. Definitely have you in here, man. So we know you because you're obviously a local legend out here in the building doing some great things within the music industry in the South Jersey area. For the people that don't know you, got a very wide fan base all over the country, man. Give a little bit of information about yourself to the people.
I go by the name of DJ 5D. Born and raised in Atlantic City. Moved to Harlem a few years ago. Back and forth. Just been around for a long time. Started in the mixtape game. Moved from the mixtape game to doing clubs. Then going on the road with I Am To, Yo Gotti, and a bunch of stuff, man. It's a long history, you know what I'm saying? This year makes 20 years.
Dope.
So we can talk about plenty of stuff.
I was listening to one interview you did, and you said that you started out as a bartender and realized that you made 4 times the amount doing this. And this is kind of like the same story Old Guy and I have, sitting at a 9 to 5 and realizing that this wasn't what was meant for us to be done, wasn't connecting right. So what was that like for you, sitting there working a 9 to 5 and realizing this wasn't for you? Let me achieve my dream and go ahead and go something different.
So what happened was, like normal, like I really started making, before I started DJing, I was actually making mixtapes first.
Word.
So what happened is I put together my little mixtapes. It really started from like just coming on the bus, and people always like, you got the hottest tape for the bus, bring the tape on the bus every day. So that was my job, to bring the tape on the bus, make sure I was up on all the music. That went from putting together my own little compilations and stuff, and just trying to find the hottest joints. And I used to deliver pizzas.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? Like I had a delivery job, and I was in the car all the time. So I was buying so many mixtapes, and I'm like, man, I could do a better job than this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you start getting so many tapes. I'm like, man, these guys are just good. Let me put my own selection of music together for this joint. So I started finding my way, learn how to get certain music from certain places and stuff. So at the time, this is when 50 and Freeway was like coming out at the same time. So I had a couple of joints, so I put together Best of Freeway CD.
Word.
So at this time I was working at Bally's as a bartender. I was actually a bar porter at the time, so I would go sell at the bars or whatever. But before that, I would go to the store. You grab Double XL, Source magazines, all your magazines, so you can chill in the break room or whatever. So I'm going to set up my bar. When I open up the magazine, I had the article right there in double XL for my best of freeway.
Oh shit.
You know what I'm saying? So that was like I was like, all right, this thing might be real. You know what I'm saying? So after I got the CDs, like the popularity started growing a little bit more and more. And then I started picking up parties. I wasn't doing parties at first, it was just CDs, you know what I'm saying? So as that grew and grew, I started getting more parties. So like I started making 600-700 from one party. And you know what I'm saying? I'm working a 9 to 5 and I'm making $400 a week. You know what I'm saying? But my mom is like, you better not leave this job. You know what I'm saying? Like listening to your parents, she like, but if I would have never left the job, I'm still been stuck there. You know what I'm saying? I'm just putting everything into that dream.
You know, thinking about that, sitting here listening to you, it kind of puts me in our seat and going through our journey. And one thing that I could think of is a lot of people putting perception before the bag and thinking that you're one way financially when really they don't understand the game and it's a grind going on. Was that like that for you? Was the perception there before the bag, and was people kind of looking at you a certain way? And how did you have to deal with that as you became more popular and you rose into who you are right now?
All right, so for me, I really was trying to keep low key because like I lived a whole nother life before the DJ stuff. So I didn't even want to like put my face on flyers. I was trying to stay as low key as possible, but I was still trying to grind and just do the CD. So I didn't want my face on nothing. I just wanted my name on. I just wanted to get my name popularized before they knew my face, so they were already be in love with me before I got out of it. So it took me a while, like but I started getting gigs consistently, and then I just said, all right, let me leave this job.
Word.
How was the transition from the mixtapes to like this full-time DJing? Because that kind of went away after a while, that whole game. So explain how you was able to stay above water when that kind of went down, the mixtape thing.
So about time the mixtape thing died out, I was already heavy in the club. So at this time we had the 4040 opening up in Atlantic City. We had House of Blues running, and we had other clubs running outside the clubs. And I was DJing at all of them.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I was still dropping 3, 4, 5 mixtapes a month. So I was eating all the way around the board. So it was like jobs.
Yeah.
This is in the way. Now it's in the way of what the money I'm making now. So that's pretty much it. That's what happened. So once the mixtape wasn't making no more money for me now, it's becoming too much. I just try to pass it off to my dudes, try to let them still grind for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like I would put the concept together, but then I would give it to my dudes, and y'all can make some money off this, and just bring me back, whatever. But after it died out,
you actually you mix and everything, like you do the tables or?
Yeah, I would mix on the table. So my thing is I never wanted to be in a box. You know what I'm saying? So like at that time, they used to always say like mixtape DJs couldn't do clubs. You know what I'm saying? That was like the stigma at the time, and I just didn't want to be in the box. So what I started to do, I would do like each type of mixtape. So I would do a best of R&B, old school, straight exclusives, like blend tape. So I had every genre to cover when it came to the mixtape. So you couldn't put me in the box, and that's the way I still DJ now. Like I might be in a club in Miami this week. I might be doing a wedding here this week.
Right.
Doing a wedding or a Sweet 16. It don't matter. Like I don't have no barriers around the music I play.
Now you said Yo Gotti. You was on the road with Yo Gotti. You can tell us about that, how that went down.
So we got a local artist from the area named Cole of the Streets.
Yeah,
he was the opener for Gotti. So so he took me on the road with him. I was his DJ and a couple other folks. Shout out to the whole COA. And we did 60 cities in like in 3 months.
Wow.
Yeah,
man.
That was the I Am tour. This is when it was Yo Gotti and YG, and I think Ace Hood was on a couple dates, and yeah, it was crazy. It was a crazy tour. It was a great experience.
Now, you say you've been in the game for 20 years. For the people that are coming and listening right now, Sandman's mic might sound a little better right now. We in here doing the dolo. I had to push a button. So my fault for the first 6 minutes. Sandman sounded fucked up. But look, man, I wanted to ask you because you a DJ that comes from really doing this, turning, mixing with the needle, scratching and doing a real thing. And then you see the new age with Serato. I used to work in the club for 10 years, and something used to drive me crazy. Is they'll have these big ass billboards for these DJs, and all they doing is getting on the Serato and playing pre-made mixes, this and that. How was that for you, the transition of the traditional DJing into what we see with the digital age now? And how do you feel about that?
So actually, I started in, like I said, this is 20 years. So I started in 2000.
Right.
So like I said, I was normally just doing like CDs. So I didn't actually start on the turntable.
Oh, wow.
I just had like CD decks that I would like rent from like a little spot over there. And then the CD turntables came out, and I learned on the CD turntable before I actually learned on the turntables.
Right.
So I learned on them first, and then I transitioned to the actual turntables. And far as them doing that in the club, they just like, most of the time they're just celebrity DJs. Mm-hmm. They already have a face and whatever, so they just record. They pre-mix, and they get up there, and they fist pump and all that stuff, and that's how they make their money. I mean, I can't hate on the game, but
I'm mad. Yeah, my bucks making money. I ain't mad at you.
So if they was gonna pay me $20,000 to come in and fist pump, and somebody paid me to do a mix, I would do it too. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, man. The game is the game.
What DJs inspire you?
So I was like a heavy. I just wanted to hear them clue tapes all the time. You know what I'm saying? I used to hear them Nace freestyles, locks, and you know what I'm saying? New round deep joints.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my brother Ryan G, SNS. You know what I'm saying? Like they my old heads. You know what I'm saying? Like I love them guys. So like far as the mixtape scene, that was them. And when it comes to parties, definitely Kid Capri. Mm-hmm. And I just love what Selfies are doing at parties too. They're my favorite.
I think Kid Capri came to the club a couple years back, and that was probably the best DJ to ever come in at Borgata ever.
He always do it every time.
Oh, monster, dog.
Every time. You know what I'm saying? He just knows how to control that crowd.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people try to emulate it, but nobody can.
He was a master at it. What separated you from the South Jersey bunch? Because growing up, we've heard a lot of names come out of South Jersey as far as DJs, recording artists. A lot of people that you would think, oh yeah, they got their opportunity to blow, but for whatever reason or another, they kind of just kind of went under the wayside, kind of got forgotten about. But 5D been in the game for a minute.
Yeah, you mean like far as artists and stuff, or just
artists and DJs? Because I can remember back in, I say 2000, 2005, it was a couple DJs out here doing anything. Now you don't hear about them too much anymore, but we still hear 5D ringing strong.
Yeah, we had like a couple dudes out here, but I don't know, man. I just try to do good business. You know what I'm saying? Just as long as I do good business and say I'm going to do what I'm going to do,